Hi, my name is Lance Anthony. I'm the owner and founder of Anthony Spices, and today we're going to be making roasted creamy tomato soup. Very easy to make. It's going to be awesome. So sit back and enjoy. Okay, here are our ingredients. We've got about 6 Roma tomatoes cut in half. I'm also going to be using some cherry tomatoes from my garden. I have way too many. Got some garlic, some onion, some basil, oregano, some olive oil, butter, half and half. You can also use heavy cream. Got some black pepper. We're going to be using some jalapeno salt instead of regular salt. And we're going to be using the Arizona Hatch. Give it some heat. Some chicken broth. And we're going to be needing a strainer and a pot. So first thing we need to do is preheat our oven to 450 degrees. Alright, first thing we're doing, we're going to go ahead and pull some of these seeds out. I'm putting them in a strainer so I can catch some of the juices that comes out of it, because we can use that later. This is a small batch. Now if you want to make a bigger batch, you can just go ahead and add proportional amount of the ingredients together. So we're just going to continue this until we get all of these done. When we start cooking, we're not going to do the cherry tomatoes until about halfway of the roasting process, because they don't take nearly as long, and we're not going to cut those in half. Alright, I have a cooking pan here. I'm going to go ahead and put the tomatoes skin side up. That's the side we want to roast. Get that nice roasted flavor. It also helps break down the skin. So I've got our tomatoes out. We're going to take a quarter cup of olive oil. Just kind of drizzle over top of this. This helps things from burning and gives it a nice flavor in the end. Alright. Okay, now I'm just going to be putting some salt on here. This helps the flavor get going. We can salt this to taste later on, but we just want to get some on there to get that flavor into it. And we're also going to be using some fresh cracked black pepper. In the meantime, the oven is heating up to 450 degrees. Alright, the oven's heated to 450 degrees. Now we're going to go ahead and put these in the oven, right in the middle there. And they're going to cook for about 20 or 30 minutes. Probably in about 15 minutes, we're going to throw those cherry tomatoes on there, get them nice and roasted up too, and we'll be back. Alright, so these have been cooking for about 12 minutes, 450 degrees. We're going to go ahead and add the cherry tomatoes on there now. Kind of spread them around without burning yourself. Alright, and we're going to put it back in there. It's probably going to take another 10 minutes. And we'll get it going again. Okay, so it's been another 12 minutes here. It looks like we're just about done. Alright, you see you got some really nice roasted tomatoes there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this. We're going to take a big pot. We're going to pour the entire thing into the pot. Looks good. Alright. Alright, we'll set this aside. Alright, now we're going to give it some flavor. We got some basil. We're going to put about a teaspoon of that in there. Got some oregano. About a half teaspoon. This is where I'm going to spice it up with some Hatch. I like my tomato soup nice and spicy. This, by the way, is Arizona Hatch. It's my company. You can check us out at anthonyspices.com. We're going to put about 1 cup of chicken broth in there. Alright, so we added about 1 cup of chicken broth. Now we're going to add about 1 tablespoon of some granulated garlic. We're going to add about 2 teaspoons of some granulated onion. going to add our butter at this point. This is about 2 tablespoons of butter. Alright. Alright, we're going to go ahead and turn this on to boil it up, and then we're going to mix it together. Okay, she's starting to boil up now, so at this point we're going to go turn her down to simmer on low, and we're going to let this cook for another 10 to 15 more minutes, and then we'll be back. Okay, it's been 10 minutes now, and we're going to go ahead and move this over to the food processor, blend it all together, and so we're going to go ahead and do that. This is the part you have to be very, very careful with. Make sure not to splash yourself. Get all these great flavors in there. Alright. So now we're going to close her up. Blend it up, pulse it a few times. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and move it back into the same pot. Alright, so now we're transferring back in. Again, be careful, it's very hot. Alright, so here's where I'm going to add about 1/3 cup of the half and half. You can also use heavy cream. This gets it nice and creamy. There we go. Let's stir this up. Get some heat back on it. Alright, at this point, she is done. Go ahead and get our ladle. Turn that off. Ladle some in here. Alright, so that's the finished product almost. So I like to put a little bit of sour cream right in the middle. A little dollop of that there. And garnish it with some parsley flakes. You can also use tortilla chips, a little Fritos. Makes it really good. So there you have it. Enjoy. Okay, so I just got done eating my roasted creamy tomato soup. It was amazing, I gotta tell you. It's really simple to do. You have to try this at home. Anyway, so that was Cooking with Lance Anthony, and we'll see you next time. Go to my website, anthonyspices.com. We'll see you.